Hello guys and welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to be learning the pure basics of LaTeX or latex, however you want to call it. Alright, so let's get started. First thing you want to do is go to the website of MikTeX. So you have to install MikTeX in order to write a LaTeX on Windows there's a couple of other softwares that you can use as well, but for me MikTeX seems to be working great. So go to Downloads, and right here you're going to select Windows and Installer, and then you're going to download it and install it. It's a really simple process, and then once it's done you can just make a new file and then name it .tex, like I've made one right here. So let's get started. Once you enter it, it's going to open it with MikTeX. Okay, so you begin by defining, do you want document class book or an article? It can be book right here or an article. And then you start with importing your packages. Now I'm gonna come back to this because I want to explain the basics first. We got author here, and you can name yourself right here. You can do Anne Frank, and then you got a title of the book, and it's gonna be my first book, or it can be called whatever you want. Let's call it my second book because that's creative. And then we got the date, which you can put, and it doesn't change obviously, but you can just put like any date you want. Let's put and by the way, this date can be in any format that you want because you're literally just writing the numbers. You can write January here. Alright, so the percent sign is a comment. As you can notice here, these don't execute. So now we're beginning our document, and previously we have defined the author, title, and the date. And you're probably wondering, well, if we defined that before, is it going to be in our document? Yes, because of this make title right here. So make title pretty much deploys what we did here. Alright, so let's get to the page break right here. The reason I put this is because if you put the book right here, it just puts stuff under the main header thing, and we don't want that. We want this to be on the second page. And by the way, numbers of the pages are automatically like adjusted and put. Right, so and then we got the section history. So what this does is it makes a new like section, and it's called history right here. And if you make a subsection, which is in this case World War One and World War Two, it's going to align them 1.1 itself. So you don't have to like manually write this, it's just going to add it. And if you add a subsection in between these two subsections, it's obviously going to be in the order, so you don't have to change that. So it's going to be 1.1, 1.2, and then World War II would be 1.3. And then we got the subsection, and then we got this ref, which I'm going to explain later. And then we've got the label right here, which I'm going to explain with the ref because they're connected. And let's go right here under the World War II. So we have a normal text and we have the bolded out text. And this is how you do bold text. And then this is how you do italic text in LaTeX. And then you have the underlined text as well, underlit. And then we have these. Now these are just new lines, making it look nicer. For some reason you have to put two. It goes to the new line right here, but it doesn't go right here, so you have to put two of them. And then we have a list here. And the list begins with enumerate. It can also begin with itemize, and it's going to make just like dots here. And there you go. The lists can have labels as well, so you can refer to them as the numbers of the list. As you can see here, this is actually in the middle. See, in the middle of the document. And how did I do that? By defining begin center, and then the end center. And this is going to be in the center. And as you can tell, we use ref here and the labels as well. And now I'm going to explain this. So in order to use ref and the labels, you gotta do it like this. So you can put them in the subsections, you can put them in the sections. Labels can be put anywhere pretty much, and you can put them in enumerated, like in lists. So the same thing I did here. And then as you can tell, I referred to Mark right here, which is M. I referred to it here. So it's going to say, oh yeah, M, and M is the second in the row, likes tasty. So tasty is ravioli. So Mark likes ravioli. But you're probably wondering, why doesn't it say, oh yeah, Mark likes ravioli? Well, because these are not references for the name. So it's not like making it a variable like in programming. Instead, it's referencing it just like in books, you know. So we wrote Mark here, so you can pretty much use this for referencing the sources of your for example, if you're doing a scientific research. And then let's take a look what else do we have here. And you can also refer to sections. So what I did here for the World War II, if I'm not wrong, yeah, World War II, I labeled it World War II, WW2. And then I referred to it in the section 1. So I said, okay, in the section 1.2, I will be talking about World War II, as you can tell here, and this is the section 1.2. And then let's jump into the graphics thing. So one of the things that LaTeX does not include by default is the ability to put graphics into it, so like pictures, for example. And this is where you have to include the user package graphics, input this in and run the program to compile it. And then if you don't have the graphics, it's going to ask you, do you want to install it? You have mixed packages. All you have to do is click yeah. Yes, obviously. And there you go. And once you do that, once you import it, then you can just use the include graphics. You can put any other settings in these brackets right here. So you can do like width, height, and stuff like that. And you can import your image. It's normal for image to be in the same map folder as the file. That way you can refer to it. And as you can tell, we didn't use any quotes or anything. We just referred to it like this. And there is the image. And it looks pretty good. Look at that. Look at the quality of that. And by the way, make sure you have the PDF LaTeX here and make index and BibTeX. So why? Well, because if you want to do references later, it's going to be way easier for you. You can also do just PDF LaTeX or something like that. Make sure you check out my website. You have text versions of my videos on it. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.